All right, so before you take off, you're gonna wanna do two very important things right at the start. There's a piece of U-shaped foam here. You're gonna wanna pull that out by pulling it backwards. Should come up rather easy. And then we're also gonna have this lock right here, which again should slide out to the left side of the Phantom if the camera's facing forward. So once you have those on, we're gonna go load up the app. So pick up our controller here, turn this guy on. And then we're gonna load up the Phantom app. And once we have the Phantom on, this should connect. So the camera will spin around a little bit just to get itself calibrated with the gimbal. And then should see a green light here to let us know we're connected. But we'll load up the camera app here. So we're gonna have to set up our calibration. Our overall status is already pretty poor, so we'll just set this up. It is safe to fly, but we're gonna recalibrate it. So we'll tap this little green thing here, and we'll press this calibrate button right here. Press OK to start the calibration. So what this is gonna do, it's gonna set the quadcopter into calibration mode. And the instructions are actually right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 360 spin, and we're gonna see the lights flash. Fairly slowly, nothing too fast, and the lights should flash green. And we'll point the nose downwards and do the same thing. All right, green flashes are good. If it flashes red, you'll need to start the process over again. Now this is the levelest piece of ground I can find around here, so hopefully it'll do fairly well. So, have our controller, we're safe to fly. So let's start this. Okay, so we have our settings. We're all droned up. So I'm going to start our camera up here. We're at 4K, 30 frames a second. So I'm going to set my color real quick. I'm not going to really change any of these settings. We'll do a bunch of stuff in post. I just wanted to make sure it was on none. Now that that's off, start this up. Okay. Yeah, so everything's looking good, staying steady. We'll do some like small little tests here just to make sure it's not doing anything weird. Go left, go right. Alright, seem pretty good here. Get a look at the remote. So it's also important that we keep our antennas sort of parallel like this. And it's always good to have a spotter. Make sure you know where your drone is while you're flying. So let's do this. I'm going to start by taking a photo. We'll stop this. Switch it over to photo. Now I can hold down this button here. We'll look at a bunch of modes. So I'll switch mine to HDR. Once we're set, tap again, press the button. Now you'll lose signal for a few seconds as it takes the photo, but it's only about a second and a half, maybe two. The longer part is actually waiting for the HDR to finish. So once that's done, we'll switch this back over to video, and we'll start. We'll take her off. All right, so we're switching to video mode. Start recording now. So see we have a distance meter on the bottom left there. Actually it's the bottom center. So I'm going to try and keep it within roughly 1,600, 2,000 feet of us. So we won't go in directly over Griffith Park. Plus I ran into a lot of electromagnetic currency there. Could not get it to calibrate whatsoever. So probably safe to just keep it by us. We'll do these nice small moves and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. We're doing this early in the morning, so there's not a lot of general public in the area. Waking up early, even with like the limited people, I was still able to gather a huge crowd around me right before takeoff. So I prefer to kind of be in a slightly secluded area when I'm filming. So we'll slightly pan to the right here. The signal's holding up nice. We're reaching 1,200 feet here. And we'll turn it around now just to be safe. We're getting a weak RC signal, so we'll come back to us. You see that little trail in the center of the screen now? That's kind of where we are. Start by going this way. Tilt up a little bit. We'll start and stop a new one. There's us right now. Try and frame us a little better. Point us downwards, take another photo. Alright, so what we're going to try and do is get a nice panning shot. What is kind of hard to remember is how to tilt up and tilt down. I keep doing it in the opposite directions I like to. So I'm hoping, nope, I'm going down. So left's down, and slowly want to just sort of keep an eye on that car. There's no trees near us, so. Take another photo here. So one of the custom buttons by default on the back left here, that'll quickly warp the camera to go up or down or back up again. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for a car, so I quickly kind of came down here, kind of tilt to the right. I want a car that's going up the road. Kind of follow and pan that in and then fly over around Griffith Park, but not directly over it. So kind of use this as practice. I'm slightly pushing up, trying to follow that road here while slowly tilting up on the camera. So it's basically 3 different axes we're kind of playing around with now. Follow the road, slightly come up again, increase our tilt a little bit. Really hard to kind of get a good sort of ease off on that tilt, but it's going to take a lot of practice. Alright, so we're going around 1,200 feet, so I'm going to come back again. Since our first flight, we're getting like little weak GPS signals. We're kind of at a higher elevation here. That way I do have a nice view of everything, but definitely want to play it safe. We'll get the drone a little higher just so we have a good range to it, good direct line of sight. Still see it from where I'm at. Try and follow this car here, do some practicing, make sure my tree clearage is good. I'm really high up here. So again, what we're doing is we're slightly using that your pinky finger, your pointer finger, using our pointer finger to slightly tilt up. We're using our left thumb to pan left and right, and using our right thumb to kind of move us in the forward direction. As we come into the view of the Hollywood sign, I want to slowly back off that tilt, not take it off directly, and then slightly take off the pan on the left. And again, I want to face where my actual drone is instead of just turning my head, just so we have a nice strong signal here. I'm continuing to go forward. Okay, we've gone well beyond the range I really wanted to go, but our signal is great. We're at about 1,800 feet here, just to give you an idea of how far we've actually come. We've been recording a while here, so I'll stop that recording. We'll take a cool photo here, because I really like how this looks, so we'll back it up a little bit. Take a photo. Frame it up a little bit, do the 2/3 rule. Okay. While that's resetting up, we'll turn ourselves back here, start flying back. Try and keep it slightly tilted lower so we don't get the prop blades in there. We are slightly zoomed in, but I did notice in some of my other tests that we'll still get those prop blades here, so again, we'll kind of go slow here. Maybe we'll start again looking at the ground. Slowly pan up, do a nice little reveal. Try and stay gradual on it. It's kind of difficult, but again, practice makes perfect, and I'm by no means an expert, so if I'm getting decent results, you guys with enough time will be way ahead of me. Slowly come off that throttle on that tilt and come to a nice stop. Would have been nice if we were panning right, but panning left and right while also trying to control the tilts is going to take a little getting used to. We're about 800 feet from where I am. I should be on the lower left-hand side there. Actually come closer to us now. We'll stop the recording. Alright, so I can see us. We're a little high. So I'll bring it down a little bit. We're about 40% battery life. I want to run it until it's about 25-ish, just to be on the safe side. I only have the one battery, so I need to be kind of careful. So we're right above us right now. That was a nice little shot. Okay, I'll bring it back again. Let's kind of race to see how fast we can do 1,000 feet here. Right. So in the lower right, you can see our miles per hour. We're going about 30 miles per hour right now, just completely full throttle, booking it. Pretty amazing. And then quickly see us down here. Should fly right over us. Right now, that's me. Hello, white hat. We're gonna start coming in kind of lower here. We're about 5% away from where I want to be. Just doing that full juice kind of just killed me there. We're gonna come in for a landing here. I'm gonna do a catch landing since we're on kind of a rocky surface. I just caught it, full throttle down, and we're gonna power this guy off, and yeah. Anyway, that wraps up our first successful flight with the DJI Phantom 3 Professional Edition. Now we're gonna be doing a lot of other videos, so be sure to like and subscribe to follow all the updates we're gonna be doing in other videos. We're gonna put the camera up against a few other cameras just to see how the quality holds up. We're gonna do a run through of all the options you have with the camera, so be sure not to miss out on that. We'll also maybe do a little quick look on my little chest gimbal here. It's pretty sweet. It's definitely an eye catcher. Anyway, I'm Mark Hawk, and I'll see you all out there. Bye!